Yeah, we rolling? Yeah, we're rolling. What's up, everybody? Punchingbagskunk.com, where you get the best on boxing. I'm not going to spend a bunch of time on the intro today. I'm just going to say, if you enjoy my content, hit the subscribe button and hit the like also. And go to, there you go, 5 minutes again. And go to the website, Punchingbagskunk.com, where you get in-depth articles updated every twice a week. And some good videos, a lot of fun. There's classified videos, all that stuff. Just go to the website, check it out. This video is, and I'm not going to go any angry mans today. I hope so. I hope not. This video is called 5 Things They Don't Tell You About Boxing. So basically, this video is going to give you a little insight into some of the other aspects of boxing, because everybody's on this whatever. But before we go there, I want to just, man, because I think, I was just telling my wife this, I think I'm becoming a hater, a YouTube hater. I think that's what's happening there, because I find myself scrutinizing other videos, boxing videos. I mean, I go on YouTube, I look for some nice boxing videos, instruction, whatever, just boxing. I'm not only an expo fighter, I'm a boxing fan. Right now, I'm retired. I'm a fan first. So I search boxing videos, and I notice that I'm watching videos that just are ridiculous. There's no other way to put it. They're just ridiculous. The videos are ridiculous. Guys having no clue what they're talking about. Just no friggin' clue what they're talking about. I mean, so I'm like, yo, dude, are you like secretly becoming a hater? I find myself saying, my video's better than that video. The guy sucks. This. But the thing is, like, I was looking at a video earlier, and it was saying, showing this guy, and he's, talking about boxing, and he's, I couldn't hear him. Like, the audio was like so low. So even if it was a good video, I couldn't hear what he was saying at all. And so I'm like, that video sucks, man. So like, but I don't. Technical part of video making. Look, I know people with fancy studios, great lighting, all that stuff, audio and all that, and they don't know what the hell they're talking about. So that's more important. So I don't really care if you make a video, in the car. But if you know what you're talking about, it's the content. You dig what I'm saying? So I'm a certified expert. I'm an expo fighter with over 45 years experience. I have 1 titles, amateur, well, I didn't even know pro title, but I fought 7 top 10 in the world guys. I'm 5 top 10 world guys. Yeah, I go exaggerated. 5 top 10 in the world guys. I've been in with iron. I've been, you know what I mean? So just go to Punchingbagskunk.com. You look up expert, resident boxing expert Greg, and hit the link, and you go see my record, who I fought, where I fought, and everything else. Anyway, what's happening is that I'm seeing these videos online that a lot of these guys are giving bad advice, don't know what they're talking about. I mean, clueless. You know what I'm saying? I think, this is what I think. I think YouTube should have an algorithm that when you make a video on boxing, it should right away go to your description. Yeah, I'm sounding more and more like a hater these days. Go to your description and find out what gives you the right, what's the word I'm looking for here? What qualifies you to give advice about boxing? Because some of these guys obviously never fought. Some of these guys, never mind, because there's guys that never actually fought or been in the ring that can, tell you about boxing. There's plenty of trainers through history that never fought but was dynamite trainers. So it's not necessarily that, because I know fighters that suck at training. I mean, because they train everybody in a cookie cutter mode. So they train everybody like they train. So, for instance, I'm 6'5". If I train a kid that's 5'2", I can't teach him my style, because my style is not going to be a perfect fit for him. Yeah, I can't teach him to jab and move, and and by the way, I hit with power too, so don't just think I was running around the ring. But I can't teach him my style, jab and move. I have to teach him how to get in, slip punches, get in, get to the body. I have to teach him how to, I have to teach him a whole different style of fighting. So you have to know how to train. You have to know, you have to be knowledgeable in boxing. A lot of different training aspects of the fight game to be an effective trainer. But anyway, what I was saying was some of these guys are just ridiculous. I mean, just ridiculous. I was working, for instance, one of these guys over there, this was, he looked like a kid, I don't know, like 25 or whatever. I don't know how old he was, but he just looked young to me. But he, he had a video of 5 whatever reason why he boxed, talking about boxing. And he said, this nut said, concerning taking a punch. He said, yeah, number one, if you could, you have to be able to take a punch. Like really? Like I know plenty of fighters that became champions that didn't have like a Marvin Hagler check. That's a whole nother story. But he was saying, but what got me with this video is that he said that if you walk into the gym, I've seen guys walk into the gym and then as soon as they get punched in the face, they say, oh, I don't want to do this anymore. Now that doesn't have nothing to do with having a good chin, jackass. See, that would be desire to fight. That would have nothing to do with your ability to absorb a punch. But anyway, this is the type of stuff that I see online. Another guy talking about squaring off. So the reason why you don't square off because you can't reach the opponent with your backhand or whatever ridiculous nonsense he was talking about. But that's not the reason why you don't square off. You don't square off because you just make a smaller target. See this? This is a target area. See that? See that? Target area. When you turn here, it's less target for your opponent. So it's not that complicated. You know what I mean? You're talking about lead hand, back hand, all that stuff. Just don't know what you're talking about. So I think I'm becoming a hater. Yeah, they're criticizing quality of videos, criticizing content of videos, just hate. But anyway, it is what it is. I'm a pro, and I know what I'm talking about. So anyway, I can go on. This guy talking about he can't hear. I gotta say this because this was ridiculous too. One of these dudes is talking about jabbing with a jab. You have to. What was he saying now? He said you have. If you can touch it with the jab, you can hit it with what he called your backhand. Which I don't even know what that. I don't even know what that terminology is. Backhand. I guess he's talking about your right. I would assume he's talking about your right hand. If you're orthodox fighter, not a southpaw. You know what I mean? But you must be talking about an orthodox fighter. If you tap with your first of all, you never tap with your jab. Ever. You never tap with your jab. You throw your jab. Bop, bop. You need to put sting on your jab. Put stick. If you don't snap your jab, this is very elementary in the boxing game. That you snap the jab. Just snap. Pop. 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 My trainer used to tell me that he used to say I can know if you're hitting the bag by the sound of the bag. If you hear a pop, 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 but you're not pushing the bag. So you snap the jab. If you don't do that, what you're gonna do is you're gonna pour with the jab. And you don't want to pour with the jab. Alright, so anyway, this type of stuff that aggravates me. But anyway, I'm gonna cut the video off on the hate. Been hating for 5 minutes now. Number one, 5 things they don't tell you about boxing. Number one, and these are not in any particular order. I'm just spitting them out as they come. Whatever. I'll look on my list every now and then. But most boxers end up broke. See, they don't tell you about that stuff. About boxers, getting, they show you the glitz and glamour of the fight game. But they don't show you that most fighters make no money. I mean, you know what I mean? It's almost like you got a top 5% that make all the money in boxing, and then you got everybody else. So with people going into boxing under the impression that they're gonna hit the jackpot, they're gonna hit the lottery, they're gonna hit the Powerball, but most fighters don't. Listen, Marvin Hagler made $400 for his first fight. Boxing is almost like being a rapper. You know what I mean? It's almost like being a rapper. You 1 minute you're on YouTube uploading videos, and then next week you're a multi-millionaire because somebody found your video, whatever. I don't even know how the rap game works. I'm just saying. Boxing is like you can fight in obscurity for years. Really, a lot of guys fought for years for $500, you know what I mean? 4 rounds of $500 with whatever. Even main events getting $2,000 or whatever. You know what I mean? So most fighters don't make a lot of money. It's just the top echelon fighters. I know guys that remember when Bernard Hopkins was in that contract with Butch Lewis from the first contract, and Butch Lewis wouldn't release him from the contract, so he had to fight in all these obscure locations all over for like he was a world champion. Fight for like $10,000 purses, which is peanuts for a middleweight world champion. But he had to wait that contract out. You know what I mean? And once he waited that contract out, if you remember the history, then they thought he was old. So Don King gave him the fight with Felix Trinidad. And when thinking that he's just an old man and Felix is gonna kill him, and that's when Bernard Hopkins beat Felix Trinidad. So so people don't tell you. We talk about the money aspect of boxing. People don't tell you that it's a struggle. I mean, it's a struggle. Me personally, my first pro fight was $400. You know what I mean? And listen, a lot of times all right, let me break it all the way down for you. Traditionally, because it's not like that so much now, because Sugar Ray Leonard changed the model of boxing, the business model, when him and Mike Trainer started doing their own, promoting themselves basically. Floyd didn't start that. Sugar Ray Leonard started that just for the jackass young boys, young bucks that don't know no damn thing. Sugar Ray Leonard started that, not Floyd Mayweather. So when you talk about he changed the boxing landscape and he's this great. First of all, Floyd can't count according to 50 Cent. So he ain't no big business mind. He just got people around him that are business minds. These guys are Harvard grads, business school. These guys got marketing degrees and evidence. So it's not him. Don't be trying to act like Floyd is a big CEO. It's the same thing with Jay-Z and all that. I'm gonna skip off the stuff. Let's stay with boxing. Stay focused. All right. So he's not this big business mind. But traditionally, fighters this is how contracts are structured. All right, let me educate you boys. Contract structured like this for years. 33 1/3% goes to the manager. Then you got a 5 to 10% that goes to your trainer. And then the rest goes to the fighter. You do the math. And then if you go in the training camp, all parties contribute to the training camp. That means if the training camp expenses come out of the manager's 33%, and the trainers 5 or 10%, and I was saying the fighter, what's left. I think it was 66%, whatever it may be. And that's how contract was structured for years. But now, guys these days, guys don't need they bypass promoters and everything because this is an information age. You can get on the net and promote yourself. You don't need. We don't need these managers. Definitely don't need these managers. Why should I give you 33 1/3% when I can call the promoter myself? You know what I mean? That's all the manager's doing is he's calling the promoter. And if you got a fighter that ain't known or a fighter that's not ranked, this is the conversation for people that don't. I'm giving you behind the scenes a look at boxing. This is the conversation. My fight is 10-0. Well, let's just say even 15-0. Okay. So he's 15-0 and I'm his manager. So I'm calling up, this is how it used to be. I'm calling up IBF chairman. I'm not throwing names out. Hey man, why come my guy's not ranked? My guy's 15-0. Duh. Some of these guys taking payoffs and all kinds of stuff. But anyway, back in the day. But anyway, it's just a phone call. So why can't the fighter do that? You know what I mean? Like why do I need this guy? It's still 30% of my money to do that. So that's why fighters sign the contract. How do you think Don King took a lot of money? But let me say this too, in defense of Don King, which a lot of people don't do. But Don King ain't doing nothing that none of the other promoters didn't do. Bob Arum did the same tactics that Don King did, and every other big time promoter out there use the same tactics. So that's why a lot of these fighters end up broke at the end of the day with no money. You know what I mean? Because some of them are illiterate, can't read, so you give them a contract with all this business terminologies on it. They have no clue what they're reading. Hey, sign it down the line. Boom. And then boom. The next thing you know, all that money's going out the window. Don King is charging them $5 for a Gatorade. Every time they drink Gatorade, you use a towel, another $10. So you go to training camp, you're eating all your money right then and there. Anyway, number one. they don't tell you about boxing is the money. I could go on and on for. I just want to talk for. I don't want the video to last for 20 minutes, so I'm just shooting by the money aspect. But the number one, fighters, a lot of fighters end up broke. They don't tell you that. Number two, most boxers end up with cognitive issues, meaning some kind of cognitive issue like CTE or what there's a name that they call it, punch drunkenness, like there's some kind of issue, memory issues, or some even worse, blindness, all kinds of detached retinas, all kinds of health stuff that you got to deal with. Me personally, 30% of this eardrum. You know what I mean? That's a direct result of boxing. So there's something to pay. I know they always show you the glitzy side. They show you all the fun stuff about boxing, but they don't show you the soap in your hands and Epsom salt, and they don't show you when you guys are struggling with their balance, and they don't show you this stuff that's just a residual of a fighting career. You pay. You know what I mean? You pay for that stuff. And like I said, a lot of these guys not broke and hurt. That's the tragedy. A guy gets his hot to the game, boom, 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 and now he ain't got no money and he his health. Which is why all these new school cats are coming up saying, I want to get in the game and out the game with my facilities and my money, which is really kind of selfish because it's not like there's no belt pride there. So what are you fighting for? You're just fighting for money. That's a whole nother video. If you go to Punchingbagskunk.com, the website or YouTube channel, you can find my video that I put up about that, talking about new school fighters or just jackasses, basically. Number three, boxing is not fun. That's kind of a pop B to question two. Because it's not fun. When I say it's not fun, they don't show you the look. Who the hell wants to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning and go running? Okay, I did it for years, but it's not fun. You know what I mean? But they'll show you on the HBO, Showtime or whatever the pre-fight build-up films. They got these film directors coming in, these real renowned film directors coming in and shooting these exuberant, big, giant features on the, just emotional, get you emotional. This guy's fighting for his mother, and his father was, wanted to be champion back in the day. They build you up with all this emotion. They shoot these, then they show these guys in their mansions. So half these mansions are rented anyway when they're for the training camp. But anyway, that's a whole other story. And they shoot all this stuff, and it makes boxing look like Hollywood. Ain't nothing Hollywood about boxing. Okay? Boxing is not fun. You know what I mean? Ain't nothing fun about getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning and run. Ain't nothing fun about fighting a 10-round fight and can't even go nowhere. You gotta go back to the hotel and soak and wrap your hands and go to the hospital. What's fun about that? Huh? Ain't nothing fun about that. You know what I mean? So boxing, when you kids want to be boxers, just know what you're getting into. That's why I say fighting. That's why they say boxers are born, not made, because you have to have something special in you to make you go through that grind to be a fighter in the first place. That's the first thing. So when you see all this pretty stuff on TV and you kid and you want to be a fighter, you go to this video and you listen to this again and let it sink in that do you really want to do this? When you get banged in the bing and you go into what I call la land, when you're here's conscious, here's unconscious, you're right in the middle. You're not unconscious, but you're not conscious, and you're right there. And now you start thinking about, do I really want to do this? Yeah, that's where the hot comes in. Yeah, I want to do it. I train hard. You dig what I'm saying? So boxing is not fun. That's number 3. 4. What is 4? Oh, but 4 is boxing is a lonely sport. Again, tied to question 3. When you see all the glitz and glamour of boxing, you see the money. 4 is always throwing money around. Money, make it rain, all this nonsense. It don't show you all the solitary time. To be a great fighter, it's a lot of solitary time. You are by yourself the majority of the time. The only time you're even around people is on fight night. You know what I mean? You're on your training camp and stuff like that. But I'm saying basically all the stuff you see is just the good, the party side, the fun side. Look at it, come to all the fight night extravaganza. You see all that stuff, but you don't see the countless hours in the gym, the pain and just the everyday being alone. You know, you're alone with your own thoughts too, and that's number 5. That's number 5. I mean, that's number 5. Number 5 is the mental preparedness. The mental preparedness in boxing is probably the biggest part of boxing, because you're alone with your own self. You're alone with this. That's why I did what Teddy Atlas said in one of his videos, because he talks about the mind, what's in here. And that's why I did what Teddy Atlas was saying, because it's really about what's up here. You know what I mean? What do you when Muhammad Ali said, "I'm the greatest," he meant it. It wasn't lip service. It was in his spirit. He believed he was the greatest. So if you it's what do you believe? What do you believe? You know what I mean? Do you believe you're good? I mean, listen, cause you beat your grandmother 5. I shouldn't say that, because then some jackass is gonna come on lying to, "Oh, my grandmother, you insulted." Shut the hell up. It's a boxing channel. Get out of here with that nonsense. But so I always, that's why I hate, not hate, but sometimes YouTube aggravates me, because you gotta put so many disclaimers up, because if you say this, say that, you offend people come in the comments with the nonsense. Get the hell out of here with that nonsense. Sick of that, man. That goes back to what someone earlier about these jackasses that are putting these boxing videos on, doing all this hoopla and junk, they don't even know what they're talking about. Listen, you shouldn't be able to put about, here I go with the hate. I don't even care. You shouldn't be able to put about the video unless you know what you're talking about and you have some kind of qualification. It's like this. If I how can I put this? If I came on, I did a video and I said, well, this is what you should do. Take this if you have this ailment. Say you have that would be for a doctor, right? I'm not a doctor, so I shouldn't be able to make that video, because someone might have something serious that they got to deal with that should be getting doctor's advice and not from a boxer. You dig what I'm saying? Or let's put it another way. Let's put it another way. Say I'm in the kitchen and I'm cooking some gumbo, and I'm not a chef, so I'm saying, "Oh yeah, you take the onion, you throw that in there, and you take this, and you throw that in there, and you take this," and this is how you make gumbo. Just look at me. Look at it. Like and subscribe, and like and subscribe. See, you throw that in there, and you throw this in there, and you stir it up, and you got some gumbo. But I'm not a chef, so why I shouldn't be making that video, or I shouldn't be able to make. I'm not saying sense to nobody, because you can say what you want to say. But I'm just saying, when it comes to boxing, you got a bunch of jackasses making videos that don't know what they're talking about. So you're telling kids to lead all kinds of dumb techniques that I don't. And here's the thing: when some of these guys explain that on film, it sounds, if I didn't know anything, I was just some cute, I want to learn how to box. How do I box? And he falls on this jackass video that's showing you all wrong stuff. Now he's gonna develop habits that now, when a real trainer like me comes to train a kid, because he's gonna get his ass whooped. When we come to train him, I gotta break all the old habits and then build the new habits. It's more work for real trainers. You dig what I'm saying? But anyway, that was number 5. Mental preparedness. You know, when before a fight, you're alone in your own thoughts. You know, you people think about all kinds of stuff. You know, me. This is how I prepare. So I don't know what everybody else did. I just tell you how I did that. I just got ready. I got in shape, because if I'm in shape, then I really don't care about nothing. Because a lot of adults come, "Oh, this guy's good." Start peeping this guy's record. Look, he got 29 knockouts, and I don't care who you say, guys. It all this stuff crosses your mind. I don't care what fighter try to deny it. All crosses your mind. Sometimes you peep your opponent and you whatever, and you start looking. You start reading their press clippings and all that crazy stuff. Sometimes some guys even think about their mortality, or could die there. It's all kinds of thoughts that you deal with. So how I dealt with that is I just got my ass ready and in shape. Then I don't care who I'm fighting. I don't care. That's why I trip. I think guys, boxers that constantly worried about their opponent or all that stuff, I'm start questioning. You know, I don't. That guy, I'm a little skeptical of, because if you're in shape like me, I didn't care if you hit. I was 175 at one time as a pro. I think I started at super middleweight 168, but most of my fights, pro fights, was at 175. And I didn't care. As long as you hit the ring at 175, I didn't care where you're from. I didn't care who you fought. I didn't care what your record was. I cared nothing about you. You know, some guys go, "You guys from New York." I'm from a small state, Rhode Island, but I didn't care where you was from. You know what I'm saying? Oh man, look at this mess. Oh, there it is. Sorry. Oh, it just disrupted the video here. All right, so where was I? Oh no. All right, yeah. So I didn't care where he was from. So anyway, that's the video. I just wanted to talk a little bit about 5 things that they don't tell you about boxing. Basically, boxing's ugly side. Yeah, everyone would tell you the other side, the money and this and that. Floyd and this jackass always talking about money, and you know, now the kids got kids. Well, I want to be a boxer, but they don't understand what they're getting into. So know what you're getting into. You know what I mean? Know what you're getting into. Follow someone that knows what they're talking about, like me, a pro that been there, done that. You know, I had over 100 amateur fights, a double-digit pro fights. I've been in rings all over the world, basically. So I know what I'm talking about. So just follow good advice. You know what I mean? And with that said, Punchingbagskunk.com. Go check it out. We got some dynamite videos on there. Go make sure you hit this like button on the video, and if you like the content, subscribe. You know what I mean? Go subscribe. I'm not twisting your arm or nothing like that. That ain't me. So you just hit it if you like. If you like the content, hit it. If not, whatever. Go out to the